Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. Today, we are delighted to welcome a new soloist. Please give a warm welcome to Siobhan McCarthy. And now let's center in and join all together here in this place. Here in this place, we come together, feeling the presence of God. Here in this place, one with each other, knowing who we really are. Then we are called to carry our light and shine it all over the world. Here in this place, we find acceptance. Here in this place, we find connection. Here in this place inside, we find the presence of God. We find the presence of God.
Good morning, and welcome to our vibrant, loving USC community. Our theme of the month of August is Let Go, Let God. Together, we release the weight of limitation and soar beyond every obstacle with confidence and grace. My name is Jim Larson, and I'm honored to be here with you this morning. If you're joining us on live stream, please know that you are part of this wonderful energy of the service this morning. This morning, we welcome back Michele Coles. Her lesson today is Calming the Storm. And now I'd like to invite Greg Scudderin to the platform for a brief announcement.
I'm not sure how brief, but it will be an announcement. So good morning, everyone. And I'm glad to see everyone here after our 1-week hiatus, not by choice, from the severe weather we had last week. I'm glad so many people were able to remain safe during that time. It was amazing that there weren't more problems than we actually did experience. But I'm glad to see everyone here today. So I want to update everybody on our upcoming visit from our ministerial candidate, Reverend Richard Held. Hello, Reverend Richard. Good to see you this morning on live stream. And this is all sent out in 2 emails that we sent last week, but I wanted to give another update on that. It's not going to be anything new. But just want to make sure everyone understands what's going to be happening this coming week. So Reverend Richard and his spouse, Matthew Wilson, will be arriving here in Cleveland midweek this week. The Board of Trustees will meet with Reverend Richard and Matthew on Thursday. And then on Friday, we will have a community meet and greet in the community room from 6:30 to 8:30. Everyone is invited, but we please ask to register online so that we know how much goodies to bring to the party. So please do that. And then on Saturday morning from 10 to 2, Reverend Richard will be conducting a seminar, and I forgot my phone, so I don't remember the name of the talk, but all this information is actually on our website, so you can go there and register for that as well. Please do register. Again, that's free, but we do want to know how many tables to set up and how many goodies to bring. So then on Sunday, he will be giving the Sunday talk and the meditation. And Matthew will be our soloist next week, so we're very much looking forward to that as well. Then following the offertory next week, we will be distributing to those present here a congregational survey regarding Reverend Richard's talk and presentation next Sunday. We ask that you please complete that survey next week, so you can turn it in before you leave on Sunday. Then after that, we will have our normal fellowship in the community room, and Reverend Richard will be conducting a Ask Reverend Richard Q&A. So you'll be able to ask him anything that you want to ask him, And for those who are our live stream viewers, we're going to make that Q&A available through our community Zoom room. We'll be sending out more information by email later this week regarding how to access that community Zoom room if you've never done so before, and rules of engagement, as it were, for participating in the Q&A online. So we're very much looking forward to welcoming Reverend Richard and Matthew next week, and we hope we can see all of you here all during the week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg, the board, the search team, everyone that helped make this all happen. And now please stand and we'll sing our opening song.
I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I release my need, my fear, my greed. I'm letting go. I'm letting go of the things I can't control. God, source, my abundant stream of all good things. God is my source. God is my source. And that's all I need to know. 'Cause I'm so scared here on this land. My feet have finally reached the end. Just one more step for fear I'll fall, but faith I'll find. So I'm letting go, I'm letting go. I release my need, my fear, my greed. I'm letting go, I'm letting go. My illusion of control. God is my source, God is my source. My abundant stream of all good things. God is my source, God is my source. And that's all I need to know. And I'm so tired of holding on. My iron grip has come undone. And I just have to be okay, but I don't know. So I'm letting go, I'm letting go. I release my need, my fear, my greed. I'm letting go, I'm letting go. And I wanted you to know, God is my source, God is my source. My abundant stream of all good things. God is my source, God is my source. And that's all I need to know. God is my source, God is my source, and that's all I need to know.
Please remain standing and let us say our church affirmation together. I let go and let God guide me to my good. Please be seated. The daily word for today is wholeness, and the affirmation is, as a divine being, I am whole. I know I am whole, wondrously made, and a unique expression of the divine. But I cannot truly know wholeness if I become distracted by an experience of illness or thoughts or lack of or limitation. I do not resist limiting thoughts. Instead, I let the divine understanding dissolve the darkness of spiritual ignorance. Remembering that divine life lives as me, I affirm my body's wholeness even if I am experiencing illness. Growing awareness of the limitless flow of divine ideas reminds me I have all I need to experience a joyous, abundant life. As I say yes again and again to my true spiritual nature, my life becomes an ever-unfolding demonstration of wholeness. The scripture for today is from Luke chapter 11, verse 36. If then your whole body is full of light, with no part of it in darkness, it will be as full of light as when a lamp gives you light with its rays. Let us repeat the affirmation together. As a divine being, I am whole.
And now let's join in singing the Lord's Prayer. Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us as we forgive others, and leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom and the power and the glory are yours forever.
And so as we begin our time of affirmative prayer, let's center into the place of peace and quiet within. Close your eyes if you're comfortable, and focus on the breath as you slowly breathe in and out. Let the breath ground, relax, and open you. Let it unfurl and release any tension in your body, any concerns on your heart, and let it unwind your mind, ridding it of thoughts about the past or future. Be present in the moment as you listen to a part of the daily word from 1967 about trust. Father, Mother, God, I let go and let God, and I am trusting in your presence within me. I am trusting in your power flowing through me. I am trusting in your healing life, mighty in the midst of me. I am trusting your light shining before me, making plain my way. I am trusting in your love to ease all tension, to relieve all distress. I am trusting in your spirit to transform and bless my life and the lives of my dear ones. I am trusting in the good, and I am trusting in the power of prayer. Spirit, I am trusting you in all things, all through this day. Thank you, Father, Mother, God. Amen. So let's now say the names of our dear ones, those people and situations for whom we would pray today, trusting in God's wisdom, love, harmony, and healing alive and at work in and through them. We also hold Unity Spiritual Center in prayer as we continue to trust God's guidance in all the possibilities before us, blessing the center, feeling gratitude for all that is provided, knowing that God goes before us and makes smooth our way. We are so thankful for the opportunity to live from the Christ light within and see the Christ light in one another. All of our leaders, our volunteers, our staff, our board, and this congregation. We are so grateful for each one who gives of their time, talent, and treasure, grateful for the way each expresses and upholds our community in love. And so it is. And now gently open your eyes and join me in saying the August community prayer. I let go and let God. I release all worries, doubts, and fears, allowing God's light, peace, and love to fill my life. Every thought, word, and action is inspired and directed by the Christ within, bringing me clarity and strength. By living in the present moment and trusting in God's wisdom and guidance, I experience renewed confidence, abundance, and harmony. Amen. My name is Lori Grimes, and Karen Kashmir and I will be available for a prayer right after the service if you would like individual prayer.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let Spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and true and free as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every way. I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
Thank you, Siobhan. That was beautiful. And as another treat for us today, Jerry has offered to play the meditation music with me while we do meditation. So just take a deep breath and center in. In this meditation, we're going to practice finding calm in the midst of our chaos, stress, and strong emotions. So we're using our breath to center ourselves, to create a quiet place where we can rest, where we can reset when life's storms are swirling around us. So as you sit there, find a comfortable place, move around to what feels more comfortable to you. And if you like, you can close your eyes. But turn your attention to that breath. Breathe in and breathe out. As you exhale, soften your face. Relax your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Just breathe. If you're feeling any sensations in your body, focus your attention there, breathing into that space, filling it up, and then releasing. Sometimes fears or worries intrude our minds while we're trying to meditate. But we can always go back to the breath. Let that breath be your anchor. If you have any upsetting thoughts and feelings, visualize them as a storm whirling around you. The winds may be strong, but in the center is the eye of the storm, a place that's calm and still. Let us rest there for a moment. The storm may be constantly moving around you and changing the situations around you. Yet here in the eye, it is peaceful. We continue to breathe deeply. No matter how intense the storm gets, you are safe, resting within the breath and within this present moment. There may be times when you get caught up in the storm, but when that happens, you can always come back to this breath, grounding yourself in the present moment and resting. So as you return to this place and time, start to shift your body again. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you. So I don't know about all of you, but can you hear me through this? Yes. Okay. I don't know about all of you, but with Siobhan's singing and Jerry's playing, I'm like really tranquil right now. And what I'd like to do is talk about being calm amidst the storm. And as you all know, we had a storm a couple weeks ago. And when I chose this title, I didn't know that was going to happen. So I'm just putting out that disclaimer. Sure, right. So I want to read to you from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 4, verse 35 through 41. On that day, when evening had come, he said to them, "Let us go across to the other side." And leaving the multitude behind, they took him with them in the boat, just as he was. Other boats were with him, and a great windstorm arose, the waves beating onto the boat, so that the boat was already being swamped. But he was in the stern, asleep on a cushion. And they woke him up and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" He woke up and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." Then the wind ceased and there was dead calm. He then said to them, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" And they were filled with great awe and said to one another, "Who is this then, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" Many of you know that I'm going through ministerial school, and this is Bible summer, so that's why I chose a Bible passage. But I'd like to talk a little bit about what this passage is really telling you, because there's a lot of really interesting stuff that's going on in this passage. I also want to tell you how it's important to us today, what we can use it for, and then give you some practical ways to calm yourself during the storm. So just going back to our storm a couple weeks ago, how many of you remember what that felt like when that storm hit? How many of you were in the car driving right into it? So I was at a client's house, and I heard the beep, 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 whatever that beep is, but it wasn't on my phone. It was something in their house, and I was like, "What is that?" And we looked outside, and it was blue. And I said, "Oh, it must be a practice. It must not be real." So I got in my car, and I started driving back toward Cleveland, and I watched that storm roll in. And at first I was like, okay, I can do this. It's just it's just a thunderstorm. It's not going to be that big of a deal. But it was pretty intense, as we all know, from the damage that many of us have seen and experienced. So at one point I started freaking out, because we're only driving like 20 miles per hour on the highway, and there's like pieces of trees going by and everything. And so I'm like, okay, I need to stop. But I didn't want to stop because I wanted to get home. And I kept thinking, well, if I just keep going, I'll be okay. And everybody else on the road was kind of doing the same thing. We all had our little hazard blinky lights on and all that kind of stuff. And we were being very careful. But the only thing that started coming, or the first thing that started coming to mind for me was that Carrie Underwood song, Jesus Take the Wheel. And so I started singing it. But I don't know all the words. So I just made up my own. It was a unity-based affirmative prayer in song. And I knew at that moment that I would be okay. I knew that no matter what happened, no matter what ended up occurring, that I would be okay. And that felt really good to feel that way, right? So imagine the disciples getting into a boat with Jesus. Jesus has had a long, hard day of teaching. Maybe not hard, but he had a long day. He said, I want to go apart for a while. He wants to get to the other side. And in unity metaphysics, we can think of that as wanting to go to the other side of our consciousness. So he had just spent a full day being very intellectual, very, trying to teach the masses. He could have been doing any number of parables. And he said, I'm done. I gotta rest. So he got into the boat with the other fishermen, and they set sail. Now, the Sea of Galilee is usually not so turbulent, but it is known for its storms. We don't know that because we didn't live back then, but I'm just letting you know. And some of these guys were fishermen, right? So you would think that they would be used to these things coming up. But as you know from the story, they kind of freaked out just like I did. They were like, oh my gosh, the boat is filling with water. We don't know what to do. What can we do? Let's wake up Jesus. Now, in my mind, when I'm waking up Jesus, I'm waking up that Christ nature within me. In unity, that's how we know it, as that Christ nature. So we're going within and we're tapping into our God center and trusting and letting go. And so when they wake up Jesus, they say, please, don't you know that we're perishing? Dude, wake up. And so he gets up, and when I start reading the next sentence, it says he goes to rebuke, and I think he's going to rebuke the disciples, right? Why are you waking me up? But no, he rebukes the wind and the sea, and he says, peace, be still. And it was. And those words are embedded in my mind as key phrases whenever something really uncomfortable comes up in my life. We have the words in our prayer sanctuary, peace, be still, as a reminder for us to go within and to calm ourselves. And then finally, the last thing that happens in that story is that they are in awe. They had already decided to follow Jesus because they knew he was a good teacher, a rabbi. They had already decided that he was the Messiah, but they didn't understand what that really meant. It wasn't until he produced a miracle over nature that they realized the divine potential that was in Jesus. So this story tells us that we can be both human and divine at the same time, that we are imbued with those same characteristics. We just have to choose when is the right time to use that. And that gets me to the power of will, which is the power for this month, for August. When we are in our power of will, I've got to get to the right page here. When we are in our power of will, we are executing our choices. We are deciding, we are commanding, we are determining, and we're even acting. The power of will is our executive faculty. We have 12 powers, and will is one of the 12 powers. It is considered the power that moves all the others to action. So we don't have strength without choosing to have strength. We don't have life within us until we choose to take action toward a more healthy, vibrant lifestyle. All of those powers need the power of will, and so do we. Now, there's a difference between our personal will, like I want to win $1 million in the lottery, and I turn myself over to God and let divine guidance guide my way. What we need to do as humans is take that time to go within, do a practice like a meditation or a prayer or even a song. I would choose something that you know the words to. That gets you into that space, that gets you into that quiet and gives you that calm feeling. So that anytime you have some kind of issue in your life, you can go back to that. It has taken me a long time to realize that I create most of the chaos in my life because of how I react. And I know that I have done things that I really wish hadn't happened, but they have. And all I can do is learn and grow and move forward in that. And so I want you to remember that no matter what you've done in the past, whether you freaked out or didn't freak out, or whether you were uncomfortable in something, you have the opportunity to learn and grow in that. And I think that's really important for all of us to remember, that we always have that ability to learn and grow. So we want to remember to trust. I think Lori talked about it in her prayer today. We want to trust divine guidance. We want to know and understand and have faith that what is happening is for our highest and best good. As an example of that, most of you know, some of you might not, that I have been without a full-time job for a couple of months. But when I lost that full-time position, I knew in my heart that it was opening me up to something new, to something better, to something greater. And I've been able to move through all my classes for ministerial school, and I've started speaking here more often and speaking at Medina, and doing things like the Tech Cafe. I'm going to do a shout out. first Mondays and first and third Mondays, I've expanded my arena of things that I can do and the way I can be and the way I can show up in the world is basically what I'm trying to get at. And I would not have been able to do that if I hadn't been let go. And the irony of that is that somebody or something let go for me. So that just reminds me of, I think it was Reverend Stan that used to talk about the cosmic 2x4, right? Whack. So no matter what you think you know as a human, God always is in charge, and God always knows better than you what is the next right thing to do. So, how many of you lost power during the power outage, or during the storm, after the storm? Yeah, a good number of you, yeah. I was actually very lucky. I made it home safely. Our lights did flicker on and off, but they stayed on. So I had power and refrigeration and air conditioning. I know. But I invited my friends and family that I knew might need help to, well, not my family because they don't live here, but anyway, my friends, my Unity family, that's what it was, to come, and so I had people come over to my house to charge their phones. They put some of their food in my fridge. I went out to different places and brought people water that might need water sources. I even let somebody use my shower. And I cleaned it before they used it. So in that moment, I knew that I was given a gift so that I could help someone else, so that I could reach out and do something more than just be like, oh, well, everybody else, sorry. I used that divine power of will. I knew that it was mine to do that. And if I didn't call you or reach out to you, I apologize. But always know to check with me if you lose power, because I probably will have it. No. Actually, in the 20 years that I've lived in that apartment, usually most of Lakewood stays on and then I turn off. And so it was kind of an interesting dichotomy or juxtaposition that it was the opposite. So what are the types of storms that you have in your life? What are the things that happen that cause you to have a freak out moment or cause you to think that things aren't going as well as you'd like? They're probably related to your job, to your relationships. They could be illnesses or any other kinds of circumstances that are less than pleasing. Let's just say that. They happen to us all the time. But it's how we show up and how we move forward through them that makes the difference. So we can always say, oh, well, that was bound to happen. Or like what happened to me the other day, my phone died, and so I ended up having to buy a new phone in the middle of Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh. But it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. It's not, everything that comes to us in life is there for us to learn and grow with, and for us to trust God. We need to know that God isn't giving us everything that He knows that we can handle. We are in those circumstances for whatever reason, and we know we can trust that divine Christ nature within us to make it through. That we are the ones that we're waiting for when we are looking for help. And so if you want to practice those skills, I have a couple of practices, maybe, yeah. I forgot what I wrote down, so I have to read it. So take time each day to do some deep belly breathing, or take a walk in nature. Sit in the silence. Listen to the sound of water or somewhere out in nature. Stare at the flame of a candle. Things that center you and focus you on one thing will help quiet your mind. And there are so many different ways that you can do that. I used to go for a walk with my headphones on, listening to all kinds of fun music. And now I try doing it every once in a while without any music and just listening to the sounds around me. And it has changed kind of my perspective and my focus when I do that kind of walking. So even if you have a spiritual practice, even if you do pray every day and you do meditate, try to do something a little bit different. See if there's something that shifts for you when you do that practice. Because I know from my own self that we can be more aware and more calm if we just let go and let God. Thank you.
Tried to make this better, it didn't go so well. Some things in life I can make right all by myself. Seems like an uphill battle, feels like it's just no fair. Some things in life I can make right, but even then I've gotta let go and let God put me back together. I don't think I could live this life forever. I've only got two hands, I can't hold the world, but he can. I know I've got to let go and let God. Why don't I just surrender? I run from it every time. Don't I believe he's all I need, even when I feel like I'm treading water, fighting for every breath. Don't I believe he's all I need? You give me rest when I let go and let God put me back together. I don't think I can live like this forever. I've only got two hands, I can't hold the world, but he can. So I know I've got to let go and let God be my rest, be my peace, be my healing. Let God be my joy, be my life, be my freedom. Oh God, you're my rest, you're my peace, you're my healing. My God, you're my joy, you're my life, you're my freedom. let go and let God put me back together. I don't think I can live this life forever. I've only got two hands. I can't hold the world, but he can. I know I've got to let go and let God. I know I've got to let go and let God. Let go and let God.
Thank you, Siobhan. And Michelle, I think I win in this tornado shelter story, if you will. So you're in your car, you're in your basement, you're somewhere. I was in the porta potty, I'm not kidding, next door, okay? So went in, it wasn't raining when I went in. If suddenly there's rain, it's hailing. Now it's doing this, okay? Yeah, I was in there. I'm telling you, it was 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't know, but I'm telling you, I opened the door, no rain, walked across back to the house. That's my story, and yes, it's quite funny. I gotta get serious. Throughout our service this morning, we have realized the truth that as we let go of our negative, fear-based thoughts, we have more access to the abundance of spirit, and we trust in God to fully express through each one of us. Our awareness becomes a demonstration of our good as we give generously and joyfully to this place where we receive our spiritual inspiration. God is the source, but you are the channel that sustains Unity Spiritual Center. Please bless your offering as we affirm together, I live richly in anticipation.
And now we'll join in singing our offertory song, and as the baskets come by, please stand. This song has a very long introduction, so this will be your exercise in doing a standing meditation.
And let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore. And let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery.
You have
All you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. No need to make a plan. Your heart will be your compass. Just lift your sails in faith and trust that you will arrive.
the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let go. Let go. Let go.
Please be seated. We dedicate these gifts and prayers in the knowing that the abundance of Spirit is always available and unchanging. We are richly blessed, and we share these blessings with USC Westlake and the greater community. Amen. Standing firm in our faith, let us share our empowering search team affirmation. All together, with open minds and hearts, centered in God's love, empowered in the truth that we are one in spirit, I am gratefully aligned with the high consciousness of our new minister in divine order, and all is well. As a spiritual practice of tithing, Unity Spiritual Center gives a portion of our offering to several organizations, including one we pick each month. This month we will be giving 2% of our offering to the North Coast Health Foundation Neighborhood Family Practice, making high-quality health care accessible to all. By the way, if there's a local organization you'd like us to tithe to, please complete a form and put it in the suggestion box. This week, our Sunday shout-out is recognizing the scripters and slide creators. We enjoy a well-planned and divinely delivered Sunday service for you every week because of the work that goes on behind the scenes. This scripted order of service I am reading from now, and all the slides are created by these loyal specialists. Will Roberta McLaughlin, Michele Coles, and Michelle Payne please stand and remain standing? Please join with me in the unity blessing. Friends, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, we behold the Christ in you. Thank you. Please be seated. We hope that our time together today has inspired you to let go of what was and boldly reach for what is as you experience the true freedom that is your birthright. USC offers many different ways to practice these principles and deepen our connection with God and each other. Our community lunch is this Tuesday at noon. Bring a brown bag lunch as we welcome Shannon Sable sharing, I don't know how to say this, Ayurvedic wisdom about food is the first spiritual practice. Please contact the office or sign up on the sheet on the turnstile if you plan on attending. Unity's World Day of Prayer begins the evening of Wednesday, September 11th and goes through Thursday, September 12th. We are aware that prayer is the foundation of the Unity movement. Our prayer chaplains are looking for assistance from our congregation to pray with them during that time. Ellen Severinson will be at the concierge desk after service if you have questions or would like to sign up for a time to help out. The Healing Circle meets today after a service right here in Unity Hall. You're invited to join Vivian Baith and friends for prayer, meditation, and Reiki healing. Take a look at our website and you'll see that there are ways throughout the week to expand your awareness, connect with others in our community, and just have fun. We're glad you came this morning, and if you're here in person, join us in the community room after service for coffee and fellowship. If you're new and would like more information about us, please take a welcome bag from the foyer. Our guest speaker next week, with excitement, is Reverend Richard Held. By the way, our hearts and doors are open for you. and our soloist will be Matthew Wilson. Please stand as we sing our closing songs, Then Go and Be the Light. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with you.
I am the light of God, I am the love of God, I am the power of God, I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God, you are the love of God, you are the power of God, you are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. We are the light